What if I told you could finally get a pro-grade wireless controller for your Xbox that wasn't some overpriced £200-300 thing from a brand like Scuff? And what if I could tell you it could have TMR Hall Effect sticks, Hall Effect triggers with clicky stops, remappable buttons, and a whole bunch more? Well, this is where GameSir come in with their brand new GameSir G7 Pro Wu Chang Fallen Feathers Edition, or as I'm calling it, the WFF, because I'm stupid and that took way too long to say. But this might be the new king of controllers for your Xbox, but is it one of our new top 5 gadgets? Long-time subscribers will know that I absolutely love GameSir. I've covered them enough on this channel for you to realise this. They have been the undisputed kings of performance on a budget. But this time, this is different. This is an absolutely seismic, huge deal. GameSir have had multi-platform controllers in the past. Things like their original G7 Pro, which I still personally use and love, but this is their first officially licensed wireless Xbox controller, and it doesn't break the bank. I need you to understand what that means. Almost no brand gets to do this. For years, your choice for a wireless Pro Xbox controller was, well, buy the official one, or you could sell a kidney and buy something that costs an absolute fortune from a brand like Scuff. This is GameSir breaking into the big leagues, and they didn't just show up. They showed up with a controller that is absolutely packed. I mean, ram-packed with features that should cost twice as much as what this one does. The first is a big one. It's the tri-mode connectivity. You've got that new official 2.4 GHz wireless connection for your Xbox and your PC. You've got Bluetooth 5.3 for your Android phone or anything else that Bluetooth will connect to. And of course, you could go wired, old school. But let's also talk about the technology that's inside this thing, because that's where your mind is really going to get blown. If you've not heard of the G7 Pro before, well then strap in, because it gets very exciting. If you have, this controller borrows all of the same technology from that and puts it into this new officially licensed wireless controller. The first big thing are those Hall Effect joysticks. They aren't just ordinary Hall Effect joysticks. These are TMR joysticks, and more specifically, they are GameSir's own patented version. They are the Magres TMR sticks. I know that's a lot of technical jargon, but what this means is a more premium, more accurate version of what a Hall Effect sensor is. Like all Hall Effect sensors, this uses magnets and not physical potentiometers rubbing against each other, so you should never get strict drift, not ever. But this TMR technology gives you a ridiculously smooth and precise and a more responsive feel from the joysticks themselves. It's top tier and it's in this controller. And they didn't stop with the joysticks. You also have Hall Effect analog triggers on this thing, which is fantastic if you're someone that likes that kind of buttery smooth feel. If you're playing something like a racing game, then this is absolutely what you want for this. And of course, because it's Hall Effect, it's going to last way longer than what you'd normally get from an analog trigger. But if you don't like that analog trigger feel, or perhaps you're someone that's really into first-person shooters, then this controller's got your back too, because with a flick of a switch, it's now a dead trigger stop, a hair trigger, and not just a physical limit that's in the way. It now engages a mechanical micro switch on those triggers as well. So really, you've got the absolute best of both worlds on the same button of this controller. Absolutely insane. For the more serious gamers, perhaps you PC gamers, there's some specs in here that are also very exciting. If you're using the 2.4 GHz dongle, or if you're wired, this controller also supports an 1000 Hz polling rate. That's right, 1000 Hz on what is essentially mid-range or maybe even a budget controller. All that means, if you're unsure if that's new terminology to you, is that this controller will communicate with its PC and tell the position of any button or joystick with your connected PC 1000 times per second. So translated, that is really, really accurate and fantastic for those serious first-person shooters out there. The buttons are also amazing on this. The ABXY buttons are optical micro switches. Yeah, that's right. So just like a pro gaming mouse, they're fast, they're clicky, and they're super durable. The D-pad is also mechanical micro switch, and it feels amazing. You even get an extra covered D-pad in the box too. And the Pro features don't just stop there. You don't just get 2 back paddles as a thing, you get 4 macro buttons. You've got the 2 main comfortable back paddles, which are the R4 and L4 on the back of the controller, and you get 2 extra mini bumpers on the top, right next to your bumpers and the triggers, the R5 and L5. And all of these are perfectly and fully macro programmable on any control that you want to switch on the controller. It even has a built-in gyro control. It is for PC only, but you can map any control you like to the gyro. So if you want to fine aim on this thing, gyro has your back too. I actually quite like the Wu Chang Fallen Feathers design that this thing has. It is a special edition, and I imagine there's going to be more coming soon, because that special edition is also printed onto that 3-part magnetic swappable faceplate that this controller has as well. The quality is beautiful. It feels way above its price point. And talking about feel as well, there's something that's overlooked with this G7 Pro, and that is the fact it's got 4 rumble motors in it. You've got 2 in each handle, obviously, but you also have 2 smaller ones behind each trigger, which is a beautiful addition, especially if you like racing games. That's a really lovely addition to see in this controller. Oh, and I almost forgot, this thing comes with its own docking charging station, much like the previous G7 Pro did. This one also has its own smart auto start-stop charging station, so you can pop your controller in there, especially if you're taking advantage of the Xbox Wireless that this now has, and keep your controller charged. You'll get about a 10-hour playtime from this controller. They're quoting, I think it might even be longer than that, because it is a 1200 milliamp hour battery inside of this. It also has a 3.5mm audio jack on it, yes, and that will work wirelessly when you're using that 2.4 gigahertz connection. So a huge amount crammed into this. They've basically taken the G7 Pro, which is my favorite third-party controller of all time, and amped it up to a whole nother level. For you controller nerds out there, this is very exciting. So what's the TLDR on this thing? If you want a wireless Xbox controller, go buy this right now. But in all seriousness, this isn't just about a budget controller. This is about GameSir breaking barriers and giving more than just value, giving you features that you can't see anywhere else. Very, very exciting there. You've got all of the specs and features that we know and love from the G7 Pro, now with that officially licensed Xbox control connection as well. Very, very exciting. I think it's a shot across the bow for all the premium Pro controllers out there, because this thing comes in a lot cheaper, and it's also a shot across the bow from the first party controllers, because it's kind of sitting at the same price as them, but giving you way, way more longer life, more specs, and cool aesthetics too. But is the GameSir G7 Pro Wu Chang Fallen Feathers Edition one of our new top 5 gadgets? I'll let you guys decide down in the comments down below, and whilst you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more top 5 gadgets, and I'll see you in the next one.